All right, so this is the area that I want to put a drop in. It's going to come from up here somewhere, and I have two options. I'm either going to go straight down the middle here, or I'm going to come from a side angle. There's like a little bit of an extra lip right there, and I'm going to come down here. The reason I'm choosing this area is because if I go over here, there's this little side jump right here, this little hip that I would love to ride off and keep going down the trail. So we're gonna go ahead and clear this area out right here, and that'll help me better decide which way I want to go down this to make the drop, and then later on come at a good angle to hit that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. Once I get the rest of this cleared out, I'm going to start working on the posts that I need to put in the ground. And I actually got really lucky with the posts. The road that I live on just started doing road work, and they cut down all the big limbs on the side of the road. So we went over there, took the big ones, and now I'm going to use those as the posts. So later you'll see we're going to take the bark off of them, char the bottom of them so we can put them in the dirt, and they'll hopefully not rot for a long time. So right here I'm using a debarker tool, and it's actually very easy to use. All you do is grab about 2 feet of bark and pull it back towards you. You just do that for the whole length of the log, and it only takes about 10 minutes. I needed 7 total, which is 4 runners, and the rest will be used for posts. And this was actually very satisfying, and I would definitely do it again. Alright, so I got all the logs up here, and I started digging a hole, which is a lot harder than it looks. I got about 16 inches deep, and I'll show you, but about 8 inches I ran into a shale bed, so hopefully that'll be good for the first post. I'm only gonna try to go that deep and use that as a baseline for the rest of them, or else it's gonna take me a long time to get through the dirt. Yeah, it's about 16-17 inches deep, and it was very difficult to get through, probably here down, just because that's all shale right there. So I'm gonna get another post in here, and we're gonna try this. I'm gonna put all the dirt back in and see if it holds it well. If not, I'll dig it back out, dig it a little bit deeper. All right, so I measured the hole, and it's about 20 inches deep. After I did some more work to it, it's about 20 inches deep. So I'm gonna burn about 2 feet of this, and then I'm gonna see how it fits in the hole. The reason I'm charring the wood is because it helps prevent the wood from rotting. It keeps the bugs away and acts as a sealant. I just picked up the torch and the propane tank from the hardware store, and it was enough to finish all my posts. It is a very easy process and only takes about a minute. All right, so we notched the big log here in the post, and then we're gonna take these. These are gonna fit up here, way up here. We notched these with a bandsaw and kind of pulling the top of them a little bit. Wasn't the plan, but it just made it a little bit easier. We ended up having to notch both sides here so we can fit it around here and not have these two logs touch in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and screw those on, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Alrighty, the beams are in and it's ready for decking. I got the decking from an old deck we took down a few years ago. This is a very low budget build where the only thing I really needed to buy was the screws and the propane tank. Like I said before, planning the top wasn't a necessity, it just made putting the decking on a little bit easier. In total we used about 8 feet of decking here. This is the top of the path here. I do plan on connecting the start of it to an old logging trail. I just haven't done it yet. This right here is a little mud hole I covered up with dirt. And right now it is only about a 1 foot drop, but that'll change when I add the next set of posts to the front of this. Luckily, digging out these two poles weren't as bad as the first one. I got all the way down to about a foot until I hit the shale bed. I found a pretty easy way to break up the shale by using the rock bar to make a circle around the hole and then hitting the middle to break everything up. I could break about an inch at a time with this technique, and if anyone runs into the same problem as me, I would definitely recommend doing it this way. It saved me a lot of time between these two holes and the first hole. I did about these two holes in the same time I did the one hole. Right here I am charring the two front posts. Since I got down around 2 feet for the front beams, I am charring about 26 inches of the post, and that seemed to be plenty. Well, I got the beams up here and everything was going good. This beam's a little small to go 10 feet, so I added this little support below it hanging on that rock. Now I was gonna do the same thing to the other side, but I was stupid and I angled the drill bit too hard. So now the drill bit's stuck in there, so now I gotta get a new drill bit for that. But these things with the supports under them are actually pretty sturdy. It's gonna actually be pretty good. And these things are solid. Definitely went deep enough there. Again, I'm using the old decking for the deck that we took down a while ago. This time we need around 12 feet of wood to finish the drop. The total length is around 20 feet and is around 3 feet tall. From where you take off to where you land, it is around a 4 to 4.5 foot drop. I would consider myself an intermediate rider, so this would be a good drop for me to practice on and a great way to start it off the trail. Hopefully as I get more confident, the next features will get bigger and bigger as I finish the trail. So this is the finished drop. I think it came out really well, and it is surprisingly really easy to hit right off the bat. Once I dial in how far I'm consistently going, I'm going to make a better landing, but for now this will do. The decking starts off at 16 inches wide and progressively goes to 30 inches. I wasn't going to do it this way, but it already saved me from crashing multiple times. I would also consider myself to be a novice at building features like this, so if you have any tips you'd like to share, feel free to let me know. Overall, I am pretty pleased with how this came out and I'm already enjoying riding it. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you have any suggestions for what I should build next, please let me know below and I will see what part of the trail I can add it to. Thanks for watching and hopefully I see you in the next one where I make a stone hip jump.